kubo Tanga tuli na bulan dokai na sige bilang ni kuah. Dengan sige ni kuah usangon ko tumeri na hotel.
Offer the prayers. He is also the Deputy Secretary for the Ministry of Lands and Mineral Resources.
At the outset, ladies and gentlemen, let me allow me to please welcome you all to our visiting, welcome all to the visiting regional delegates to our beautiful shores of Fiji, where sand meets sun and oceans complements the coast, and to you all, a big bulavinaka. Truly a pleasure to be here with you to officiate at the opening of the Science, Technology and Resources Network Conference 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, with the theme Geoscience and Sustainable Ocean and Island Resources in the Pacific Island region, this forum will provide an opportunity for delegates to present tangible development agenda in the areas of prime importance to Pacific small island developing states and the regions such as resources for Pacific communities, ocean geoscience, science of natural hazards, and risks to Pacific communities and land use and infrastructure development on the Pacific Islands. In its 33 historical years, what has the STAR network accomplished, and how can you further these successes to meet the objectives of this conference? These are but a few things that you should reflect on and consider during this week-long conference. Ladies and gentlemen, I must commend the conference organizers for their timely planning, as the STAR conference comes into play a week after the recently completed Oceans Conference Summit in New York. As most of you know, the summit was co-chaired by our very own Honorable Prime Minister, retired Admiral Josiah Vorenge Bainimarama. And the only message echoed at the conference was the unhealthy state of the world's oceans and the need for the world to take corrective action, and to take corrective action now. Ladies and gentlemen, come back to today's event. The STAR Conference is an annual conference of geoscientists and related sciences, and attendees will be privy to submitted papers on georesources of the Pacific region, cyclones and coastal hazards, volcanic hazards in the Pacific, and deep-sea minerals, hydrogeology and geographic information systems, and remote sensing. As such, this will reflect on the linkage between the geosciences and the ocean, islands, and natural resources. Moreover, the underlying principle of this STAR conference is ultimately to engineer strategies to mitigate the unrelenting and imminent threats of climate change from the perception of geoscientists. Ladies and gentlemen, therefore, at the end of this conference, I look forward to concrete resolutions being reached to outline the value in refreshing and animating scientific alliances to showcase useful work, techniques, and instrumentation that may be adapted to address development issues of the Pacific region. Ladies and gentlemen, this by no means is a small undertaking. It requires a collaborative effort on all your parts to ensure that the Pacific realizes opportunities for sustainable ocean development, focusing on targeted growth that can be measured upon scientific principles and data. Ladies and gentlemen, the status or the state of health of the oceans and climate change are now two major challenges facing the world at the moment, whereby the causes are similar for both the oceans and climate change. For this very reason, I urge you all to take these into account in your deliberations. Therefore, what can and will you do in your current capacity? And what will you do to to reinvigorate STAR for the future, reflecting on its past? This is the question that I posed to the committee and to attending regional delegates. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fijian government recognizes the importance and impacts of conferences such as STAR, or STAR Network, which was founded in 1984 as a joint initiative between SOPAC and the IOC and UNESCO. And these forums, ladies and gentlemen, play a vital role in mapping out local and regional adaptation programs to further our collective struggles against the unforgiving effects of climate change. With the upcoming COP23, which will be presided over by Fiji in Germany, the need for a collective focus on showcasing climate action initiatives and innovation is all the more relevant here and now. And the future of the whole Pacific rests on all of our shoulders, and we need to maneuver ourselves likewise to ensure that the viable advancements are experienced now, tomorrow, and onwards to effectively address this world-threatening risk. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to make a long speech, but before I conclude, I wish to acknowledge the kind support of the Geoscience Division of the Pacific Community and the kind sponsorship and assistance provided by Standard Concrete Industries Fiji and Zinfa Mines Fiji and the UNDP Neglected Development Minerals Project, with a generous support also from the Circum-Pacific Council. Without your generous support, the STAR Conference would not have been possible, and we're indebted to you for your generosity. In their attempts towards reinvigoration and independence, support as such is vital for the continuation of this network and its intended work. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wish this conference all the success to realize and achieve its intended outcomes. And with those few words, it is my esteemed pleasure to declare the Science, Technology and Resources Network Conference officially open.
Last. 1, 2, 3.